Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Colts of Anchorage taking on the Blues of San Antonio.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from San Antonio.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Off the bootleg. Duckworth. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up third down.
Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He had a reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
On second down, here's the option.
A nice little juke. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
To throw on second down, Duckworth. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Throwing on first down, Duckworth. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cunningham. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the Colts 14-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That's complete, right around the 8.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
That'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He'll keep it himself.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own back.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Touchdown, Colts! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out comes San Antonio. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10, Duckworth. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Duckworth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Black, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Duckworth. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Duckworth eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Back out comes San Antonio. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
16 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Duckworth. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That is caught. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And his guys are going to take the lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Hill. The dangerous Hill now to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, Palmer. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Shedding the tackle. A good kick. 48 yards, 4 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Duckworth. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Black. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Duckworth. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Duckworth. He finds his man. Complete. It's Black.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Duckworth. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from doing 4,000?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll get started across the Atlantic in the Irish capital of Dublin. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown pass there for C.J. Stroud. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Up the middle they go. Hobbs. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Colts send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Duckworth throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Duckworth. He finds his man. Complete. That's Black. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Duckworth. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know,
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Duckworth. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cunningham. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
Back to throw. Duckworth. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and 2. Duckworth.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Black. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Kick here is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Yates. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Hobbs. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Looking to throw on second down. Duckworth. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Duckworth. And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
On second down, Colts. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. They'll look to throw.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And down right around the 37. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll try the left side. Hobbs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, Hobbs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a give, right side. Hobbs. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Black. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now a give, right side. Black. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throwing on 1st down. Duckworth. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Duckworth. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
3rd down and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Black. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Black. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Black. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Black. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. On 2nd down, it's Black.
And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they will take a knee here.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for San Antonio, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They move to 16-0 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man on the